Blessings and peace to you. This is SB Favor Thinking Podcast, and my name is SB Favor. How are you doing today? It is Wednesday, April 19th, 2023. Another wonderful day and another day to be thankful. And as I always say, if you focus on what is good, then you can project something good to happen. So focus on what is good. It is so important to make a conscious effort every single day to focus on what is good, to be built up, to be inspired, to just reap the benefits in your spirit by maintaining your mind when you focus on what is good. Because when you focus on what is good, there are so many good things that come from that. You are giving faith to something that you desire versus the thing you don't desire. So focus on what is good. Make sure you don't just let your mind just run wild. Just like you practice self-control on some level or another, practice self-control within your mind by being careful what you meditate on, what you think about. Make sure you guard the gates of your mind. And when you find yourself thinking about something that's not good, just reject it. But anyway, focus on what is good. I hope everyone is having a good Wednesday. And I hope that if you are out there traveling about, I hope that you are keeping yourself safe. I hope that you are keeping your family members safe. Make sure you use that hand sanitizer and wash your hands. I remind you of those things because I care. So make sure you pray. Make sure you just do your part to stay safe, because we all have to still practice those things that help us to just be safe. We are no longer in the middle of a pandemic, but we still have to be safe, right? So keep yourself safe and keep your family members safe. If you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App $SB Favor, or you can give at Venmo at SB Favor. Once again, if you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App $SB Favor, or you can give at Venmo at SB Favor. Thank you so much for your support and your donations. If you are uncomfortable giving on the applications, please shoot me an email at sbfavor@yahoo.com, and I can provide you with instructions so that you can be a blessing to the podcast. So thank you. Well, I do have an inspirational quote for you today. And my inspirational quote, it's just something that I was thinking about this morning when I got up. I was thinking about the importance of walking through the day with a focus with God. Because throughout the day, you never know what's going to happen, right? My mom used to say, you never know what's going to happen in a day. And I'm not saying that you should think something's going to happen, but I'm saying when you walk through the day with a focus on being in the present, in the now, then what happens is you can have a better day. Because a lot of times, many of us, we focus on what we have to do next week, next month. We focus on the things that we don't have to focus on. Sometimes we are allowing ourselves to be put under pressure because we are thinking about things that's not even anything we should think about right now. I mean, yes, we all have deadlines and things we have to do and appointments and all that stuff, but why allow yourself to be under so much pressure by thinking about something that's not even here yet? I mean, next week is not here yet. You're living in this day. So focus on pacing yourself and living through this day. Sometimes some people think about so many things concerning the future, they allow themselves to be affected emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and it will affect your health eventually. So pace yourself. Focus on what helps you today. Focus on what helps you to get through this day along with God. And the reason why I say along with God is because God is our hope. I don't say that in a cliche kind of way. God is literally our hope, because there is a lot of things that are going on right now around the world. And when you listen to the news and you hear about the mass shootings and the stuff that's going on internationally, guess what? You don't want to focus on that either. If you do hear something, of course you want to pray. But what I'm saying is, you want to focus on what helps you to get through this day. Don't focus on your problems. Don't focus on what you got to do next week, next month. Yes, it's okay to plan. It's okay to put some things in order, but don't focus on it to the point where you are allowing yourself to be under a lot of pressure. You don't want to do that. You want to pace yourself so that you can just get through this day, and get through this day with God, moment by moment, minute by minute, second by second. Live in the moment of now with a focus. Because if you focus on all of your problems, or you focus on what's going on with other people and their problems, and you focus on the news, how is that going to help you if you can't instantly change the circumstance or situation? I mean, you can pray about it, because prayer changes things, and prayer helps us all to deal with problems. But if something is out of your control and is out of your reach, why focus on it? Why allow it to take up space in your mind and just focus on it? If you continue to allow yourself to be under that type of pressure, eventually it will affect your health, and you don't want to do that. You want to walk through this day with healthy thoughts. You want to walk through this day with a prayerful attitude. You want to walk through this day with a mindset that benefits you, a mindset that benefits your soul and your spirit. If you maintenance your thoughts throughout the day, you can stay focused. Don't allow yourself to just bask in thoughts that are not beneficial. Don't allow yourself to bask in thinking about situations and circumstances that are out of your control. I always say, cast your cares upon the Lord because He cares for you. That is a scripture that I always meditate on. Cast your cares upon the Lord because He cares for you. Cast your cares upon the Lord because He cares for you. And how do you cast your cares? How do you cast your cares upon the Lord, or to the Lord, so to speak? You do it by, first, prayer. Secondly, you do it by not meditating on the problem. Don't meditate on the problem. Meditate on the solution. Because once you prayed about it, God is going to provide the solution. So because you prayed about it, now you have to focus on the solution. And when you focus on the solution, what happens is you put yourself in a position to receive the solution. Because that's your focus, the solution. Because I believe that when you focus on the problem gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But when you focus on the solution and you foresee yourself walking in the solution, you foresee yourself operating in the solution and becoming the solution and having the resources with the solution, guess what? You're going to manifest it. So focus on walking through this day, pacing yourself without meditating or basking in all the bad news and everything that's going on. Walk through this day with a prayerful attitude. Walk through this day focused with God. I did an inspirational quote about 2 weeks ago, and I posted the quote on social media. And for those of you that follow me on different social media handles, I'm sure you probably heard this quote already. But I'm going to play this recording of the quote. But before I play it, I'm going to read it. And this quote, when I saw my own quote today, it matched what I was thinking about this morning. To walk through this day focused with God. That's what I was thinking about this morning. Walk through this day focused with God. So I'm going to read the quote to you. It says, "Be determined to win with God. Your value is great. Keep the mindset that stays in the position of winning." I'm going to read the quote again. Be determined to win with God. Your value is great. Keep the mindset that stays in the position of winning. That inspirational quote was something that I posted about, I guess it was about 2 weeks ago. I just happened to see it on social media this morning, and I said, wow. I put that quote out a couple of weeks ago, and when I read it, it matched what I was thinking today. So that's why I wanted to talk about this. But I'm going to let you listen to the recording of this quote, because when I create reels on social media and when I create videos for TikTok, I normally do a voice recording with it as well. So just take a listen. God every day. It's a guarantee. You can win with God every single day. Yes, you can. It's not a fantasy. It is determined based upon how you think and what you project every single day. It's not about what's going on. It's not about how you feel. It's about what you believe every single day. You can win with God because you are of great value. You have something to offer everybody you come in the presence of. Yes, you can win every single day with God. And if you keep a winning attitude, you can help someone else to win. So, project what is good and keep a winning attitude to win with God. That inspirational quote was something that I posted about 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And like I said, I woke up this morning and I was thinking those thoughts. And I just happened to see what I posted 2 weeks ago. I happened to see it on Facebook. But like I said, it is important that we walk through the day focused with God. And that inspirational quote, it basically just matched what I was thinking this morning. So that is why I wanted to share this inspirational quote with you. I'm going to play it again. Make sure I get the whole thing from the beginning. Take a listen. You can win with God every day. It's a guarantee. You can win with God every single day. Yes, you can. It's not a fantasy. It is determined based upon how you think and what you project. Every single day. It's not about what's going on. It's not about how you feel. It's about what you believe every single day. You can win with God because you are of great value. You have something to offer everybody you come in the presence of. Yes, you can win every single day with God. And if you keep a winning attitude, you can help someone else to win. So, project what is good and keep a winning attitude to win with God. So that inspirational quote, it was a reminder for me to walk through this day with a focus, because there is so much that's going on, and we get to choose what to focus on. We get to choose if we want to focus on the bad news or the good news, because all that is going on in the world, we got to believe and know that it's in God's hands. We got to believe and know it's in God's hands. And the reason why I say it's in God's hands, because none of us asked to come here to this earth, to this world. We were born here, right? We were born into this situation. And so this is God's thing. It's not our thing. It's His thing. Our duty is to walk it out, pray, do what we have to do, be responsible every single day, and make a conscious effort to keep a focus. That's what we have to do. If we do that, we're going to be okay. If we do that, all things are going to work itself out in our favor. Let's project that. Well, I thank you so much for taking the time to listen to SB Favorite Thinking Podcast. If you need to reach me, you can reach me at sbfavor@yahoo.com via email. And like I said, if you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App $SB or you can give at Venmo at SB Favor. Thank you so much for your support and donations. And make sure you share this podcast with others. I will be doing more episodes this week. I appreciate you listeners so much. And please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and TikTok. Subscribe to me wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm all over. Whatever your favorite streaming network is, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Audible, I am there. So subscribe to me wherever you listen to podcasts. And like I said, share the podcast with others. Your support is very, very important to me. So if you are listening to this podcast weekly, every day, support the podcast. Give to the podcast. And leave me some feedback. Tell me what you think. For those of you that leave me feedback and talk to me on social media, I appreciate you too. Make sure you share this podcast with others. Your feedback and your support is very important to me. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. You have a good day.